I'm 45 now, and until recently, I thought my life was steady, almost predictable. I've lived in the same small Midwestern town my entire life, raised a family in a modest home with my wife and our daughter, and filled those years with dinners at the table, laughter echoing through the rooms, and the kind of quiet comfort that comes from familiarity. I believed we had built something solid, something that would last. But 2 years ago, the foundation cracked when I discovered my wife was having an affair with a man she'd met through work. The night I confronted her, I expected guilt or even regret, but what I got was cold indifference. Her eyes showed no remorse, her tone was dismissive, and in that moment, I realized the woman I trusted had chosen another life. That confrontation ended our marriage. She insisted that our daughter, who was 17 at the time, needed stability, and declared that she was the one best suited to provide it. What followed was months of drawn-out divorce proceedings, arguments over money, possessions, and who would carry the blame. When it was finalized, she walked away with a large share of my savings. I told myself at least I'd have peace, but peace never came. What truly broke me wasn't losing her. It was losing my daughter's understanding. I had assumed she'd recognize the betrayal for what it was, that she would see the destruction her mother caused. Instead, she defended her, brushing the affair off with a shrug. "People fall out of love, Dad. It's not that big a deal." Her words were a knife. I never expected her to turn against her mother, but I also never thought she would trivialize the pain in order to excuse her. Then came the second blow. Barely a week after the divorce was finalized, my daughter announced she was moving in with her mother and her mother's new boyfriend. He was wealthy, living in a downtown condo, and showered her with promises of fine dining, shopping trips, and luxury experiences I could never afford. I tried to reason with her, told her she always had a place with me if she felt uncomfortable. She rolled her eyes and dismissed me, saying I was overreacting. To her, they weren't doing anything wrong. Her dismissal hurt worse than any courtroom defeat. When she turned 18, she came to me, not with reconciliation but with a list of demands. Tuition for college, a designer bag, an expensive laptop, and more. I wanted to help with her education, of course, but the way she spoke, the entitlement, the disregard, made me hesitate. I told her I'd support her studies if she lived responsibly and respected boundaries. She accused me of being controlling, of punishing her just because she chose her mother's home. That's when I realized she didn't want a father. She wanted a blank check. The months that followed were agony. On social media, I watched her post pictures of dinners in upscale restaurants, photos from concerts in front row seats, snapshots of nights out in glamorous outfits, all paid for by her mother's boyfriend. Meanwhile, I was struggling on a single dad budget, invisible in her curated version of life. Then came the reality check. Her college sent me notices. She was skipping classes, failing exams, and missing tuition deadlines. When I confronted her, she brushed me off with the same attitude. "It's my life, Dad. Stop meddling." The situation worsened when the school threatened suspension. I reminded her that I was paying her tuition, only for her to fire back. "You owe me that much. That's what a father is supposed to do." That was the breaking point. I'd spent 18 years raising her. Yet now I was nothing more than an ATM in her eyes. I told her I wouldn't pay another cent until she turned her behavior around.